Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and I literally just got this out of the mail, and I am very excited about it. And first off, I just came from work. My hands might be a little dirty, so that's what it is. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. But I wanted to talk to you really quickly about the Rough Ryder RR2084. Knife Thoughts did a video on this knife, and I was immediately smitten. Not because of the design. I like dagger-shaped blades. Let's first get the knife out of here. Let enough of me just waffling on and bickering. Shit. See, that's one thing I'm gonna fix with this knife. So this is a flipper dagger knife, and I think it looks fantastic. But the other thing that I love is this is using Rough Ryder's carbon steel. Yeah, they actually put in carbon steel. You can see that it does have a little bit of oil on this blade. And this is using, I think, I'm going to correct it in the title or the description, but I think this is using T10 carbon steel, which is basically akin to, I believe, 1055 carbon, or maybe even 1095. I can't exactly remember, but the reason why I like this knife is because it's using carbon steel and that it's a flipper, and we're using ball bearings in this knife. I think that is incredibly unique. A flipper knife using carbon steel. Yeah, that means you've got to oil this thing, and you've got to kind of baby it and maybe keep a little more tabs on it. But what does that mean for you as a user? It means you've got a durable blade. You have a blade that's going to be very easy to strop up when you need to strop it and resharpen it, and it's going to allow you to get a really cool patina on this. Now, one thing, and you can kind of see, it's a little sticky, just a little bit, but with use, I think it's going to wear itself in real nicely. But the thing that you are going to see me talk about was what happened in the beginning of this video, and I immediately went for this side. Well, that's the end that the knife comes out of, and when you actually just pull this out, and you may find yourself going for the wrong side, because it's, I mean it's pretty much damn identical on each side, and figuring out which side is the flipper is only telling because of the liner lock. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to add some jimping onto this side. Not that it needs it, but just so I have a visual reference of which side to use. Because from here, you're looking down at it, no cheating, trying to get as centered as possible. It's kind of hard to see which side is going to be the side the blade comes out on. When I saw the video on this knife, I immediately thought, holy cow, finally a dagger knife that's going to be affordable and that I can put another bladed edge. This is not a double-edged dagger. We have one edge here and no edge here. And I'm very tempted to put an edge on this side and do a double-edged deal. But what, after just fondling it a little bit and taking care of my needs of holding it, getting used to it, seeing what I like about it, I can already see, yeah, no, it's literally just out of the box, but yes, it is. When you get past the detent ball, you can kind of shake it closed, but it's a little sticky. We don't have a detent ramp, okay? So getting it closed does demand you to use your index finger to close it. So I am going to not put a double edge on this. I'm very tempted to do it because that's kind of cool to have in a flipper, and also very utilitarian. If I'm cutting a box this way and then flip it over going this way, you can just do whoop, flip, whoop, there we go. Dump, dump. You know, you don't have to flip it and then go back, reset. You can just flip the box, whoop, flip the box, there we go. Both sides are opened. So it just gets rid of a few actions, but I'm still debating because it's such a cool looking knife. I mean, this seriously looks like the flipper that Van Helsing would have in his gear. I mean, really, even down to the pivot. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look very gothic and or like Hellraiser or Van Helsing looking? I mean, it really looks awesome, and the pocket clip is really cool. Also, we have some Rough Ryder branding, but it is a deep carry. I don't really care about the recessed screws. They don't have to be recessed. Now, we can see the screws pop up just a little bit, but it doesn't run into the blade. We have polished standoffs here. I think these are not standoffs. Pillar construction, open construction here, but we've got polished here, pillars that hold this together. This side is G10. There are no, I'm going to try and get it there, but no metal liners there. You can see all red down the bottom, but then on this side, it's got the steel liner. You can kind of see it down there. There we go. See, all steel liner just for that liner lock. So in hand, this is really light, really light. Let's see if it's as light as my Airlight really quick. It's about the same as my Airlight offhand. So as you can see, I'm just ecstatic with this. I really love the look of this. It gives you a great hold. It's menacing looking, which is not the reason why I bought it, but it is the reason that it appealed to me, that this is a nice dagger with, oh shit, I almost thought this was the sharpened end. I mean, really, it's so similar on each side. The only thing that gives it away is the pocket clip on which side you're actually going to open this on. It's only right hand carry tip up, so that does kind of help you out. But man, I just love this blood groove in the middle, and I mean, it's a really great blood groove. And the thing I'm just now noticing is, because this is carbon steel, this is going to be a carbon steel, we are, as in we, whoever buys this and whoever uses this with me, like, you know, whoever may have this, you're going to have to put a little bit of oil in there also. That just looks like moisture and junk can gunk up in there, and that would cause a bunch of rust and stuff. So you got to keep this thing oiled. You got to keep it a little maintained. You could take this apart and put a forced patina on that, but it will not prevent rust. Patina does not prevent rust. It just puts a light coating of rust on the blade. So that will not prevent that. I'm just, this is fresh out of the mail, and I'm just ecstatic. I love this knife. It's cool. It also reminds me of Knight Rider. It reminds me of Kip just a little bit, with those red lines there with the, you know, the front of the car. Yeah, a little before my time, but I do love the show. So just really cool. Just really cool knife, and I just really wanted to bring it to you guys. I'm rambling at this point at 9 minutes, but $15, guys, $15 for this knife, and I think that's an awesome value. Really, G10, two colors of G10, black and red. You have stainless steel liner. You have T10 carbon steel. You have ball bearings in the pivot. You have wonderful action. Just a little sticky, but I expect that to get loosened up a little bit. But wonderful, wonderful. And here, I won't even do anything with my wrist. Stationary. There we go. Wonderful. Great, great, great. So if you guys liked this video, give it a like, comment if you like this knife. I think this is a really cool design, and offhand I'm just noticing now, you can see the steel liner there. It goes to the end here for the lanyard. So all the way through you have steel on this side, but nothing on this side. So just keep that in mind. Are we doing a steel insert really quick? We're not doing a steel insert on this side, but we are doing a steel bushing on the G10. So you're not doing ball bearings on G10. So you do have steel ball bearing and then steel blade. So that's really, really nice. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this really quick video. Try to keep it quick, but I just really like this knife, fresh out of the mail. And thank you guys at Smoky Mountain Knife Works for making another great Rough Ryder.